from just south of Buffalo, New York.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36.
To throw is Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
Fields on 1st down.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to have it
seen. Points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Room here to run. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. 61 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 15 now. Fields escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And this is caught at the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On second down, a run with Hall. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Fields. And this is caught by Evans. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They begin with Henry, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Bills at 4-9 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On 1st down, Fields. He's got this downfield to McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride, 51 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Bills 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Bucs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. Down inside the 10.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards.